Mm-hmm.
But while we was fighting the Ganja war, they was allowed to have whatever kind of government they wanted to have and to celebrate their own self and their own beauty standards.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought that that was excluding us when there is no comparison in us and anybody else in the known universe.
That's right. That's right.
So why in the hell would we give a damn if John Wayne won a motherfucking Oscar? I don't care.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right?
Go
But,
ahead.
you know, some people felt like, oh, it's racist that John Wayne can get a Grammy, but Sammy Davis can't, because Sammy Davis got the salt of the earth skill set. He's going to get it all of the Grammys. It's not going to be fair.
Yeah, that's right.
He's going to get all of the awards, and then John Wayne and similarly situated characters are going to be without any awards because they trying to develop what Sammy Davis already was born with.
Yeah. So
they trying to activate the one drop of blood that they got on the plantation. Now all these motherfuckers passing and y'all still think that this white people.
Go ahead.
Them niggas is passing. Everywhere you see them big old booty white girls, them niggas is passing. Imitation of life. They passing. If you don't know what the genetic fuck up was, then you don't know what the cleanup looked like. Now I'm just looking at it because hindsight is 2020. It's easier to see what was being done than what is being done in the current.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So they done certain stuff. And then we wondering why we was excluded from everything. We got a double benefit.
Uh-huh.
We was allowed to allow them to ascend, have ascension rights, and pre-karma allowed us to be all rich. In my father's house are many mansions.
Okay.
See, long as you don't let them trick you with this Snyder Act shit, it's an act. It just tell you right in it. It's an act.
Go ahead.
Go look the word act up, and then you understand what I'm talking about.
That's right, Rod.
It's an act. It's a ploy.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. I'm more interested in this motherfucking ADL lawsuit Farrakhan filed for $4.5 billion. That's more important to us than the Snyder Act.
Let's talk about it, Rod. Go ahead.
The Snyder Act is just to make sure that you can float their country, their government, for another 30 days, 90 days, or however many days they can get y'all to sign on for that bullshit. How is it going to even matter when they fiat is about to be gone? What they going to pay you in? Toilet paper?
That's what I'm saying.
They don't got no money. All of that is deception.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see the deception, you bound to get trapped in it.
And they also said when they signed this Snyder's Act, these natives become citizens still under America. I said, oh yeah,
a citizen is a straw man.
Yeah, that's game.
A citizen is a straw man. They made sure that with the 14th Amendment, and as long as you're trying to be a citizen, you're trying to prove to them you're a Dred Scott 3/5 compromise slave. You deserve servitude because you're not competent to handle your own affairs.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not competent to handle your own affairs, then they got the right, because they already contracted to take care of the imbeciles in law.
That's right.
The remedy for the imbecile that don't understand law is to find his kindred, his kinsman, his relative, his family member that know what the fuck going on and say, I'm riding with my cuz right here. I'm riding with my uncle.
That's right.
My granddaddy knew what was up.
That's right.
Right. And so we can't keep these people in power much longer. Right. Because the AI system is telling us that they are running out of the means to artificially float the government. They've been shedding pieces and bits down across the land, but we ain't paying it no attention.
Right.
right? You got half of corporate America is off work for one reason or another, whether it's a strike, whether it's a supplier bankruptcy issue, Walmart, whether it's GMO removal from the system, burning down those chicken farms and beef farms and shutting down the food industry. Next is the textiles is being shut down because they seasoned ships that was trafficking in children under the pretense of trafficking textiles. All that stuff is falling apart. And Farrakhan just shot the fucking warlord in the head with that filing that lawsuit.
Yeah.
That's an open declaration by the organic people of the land of we ready to face you bitches now.
Yeah.
This shit about to go the fuck down, but y'all still want to be entertained.
That's right.
Everybody want to be entertained. Don't nobody want to be free. Entertain me when I'm free. I don't want no entertainment right now.
Hey, also not to mention that the person that helped pass that act name was Homer Schneider, who is Ash Star Command. So you put it together, man. It seems like everywhere I look, when we getting fingered from the back, it's Ash Star Command is standing behind. Even the Walter Plecker, he Ash Star Command. So it's like Ash Star Command is always around some kind of way in the back, finandling with the black, working with the black hand, man. To me, that's what I think.
No, they don't work with them. They don't even get along. You can't put you can't put one of them in the room with the people that sent the dirty hand. It's not gonna go well.
We got two different fractions working against us then. Ashtar Command on one hand.
Look, Ashtar Command is not even participating, they just watching. They just watching. The ones from Prokianis, they just watching. Because if we get free, they get free. They send ships, a lot of the Pleiadian systems was under Enlil's rule off his mama land. So now all of those places that was once matriarchal, that was turned patriarchal and put in slavery, are going to be free when Earth break free. And the last battleground is called the United States of America.
When you say, when I say Ashtar Command, are you talking about the Pleiadians, or are you talking all the Nordics? I'm talking about the Nordics, the ones that influence.
They just watching. I know exactly who you talking about.
Yeah.
Most of those on the Federation are just watching. Really what it is it's the Earthborn straight up head-to-head versus Anunnaki. And everybody else is just standing around in the motherfucking stands like niggas do with their cameras while the police beating us to death. That's all they doing. That's why they keep using the term watchers.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're not participating. This is the final showdown between Tahuti and Enlil, and Enlil already lost. He been checkmated. Yeah, everybody else is on the sidelines doing this. Yeah. Because they didn't think nobody can beat his pussy ass. I told him not to come down here fucking with the Earthborn, because if mama say knock you out, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Ain't nothing to talk about. Mama said knock you out. What we supposed to do, L?
Hey, knock you out. Like LL said.
That's it. You gotta go. Mom says you gotta go. You gotta go.
Tell you, Mama said knock you out. Nigga, I'm gonna knock you out. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
now look, it's cycles within cycles.
Yeah. That's
been the same repeat pattern for 6,000 years. Ever since Enlil brought his mirror-verse, inverted genitalia ass wife over here.
Yeah.
And called her the Queen of Earth.
Yeah.
No, the bitch can't call herself that, but you can call her the queen of the underworld, and she have to live under the Vatican. Bitch can't sit in Big Mama seat.
Go ahead.
The rules of the game, the rules of the game.
Yeah.
When you see how the game being played, then the rules will tell you what they are, because all you got to do, the ones that's cheating, if you pay attention to the rules they don't break, now you know what rules to use to your advantage.
Yeah.
Because they break some of the rules because they think they can get away with it on the turnabout being fair play. And because we being righteous, they don't think we would turn that shit back around and use it on them. But Big Mama said, well, turnabout fair play. You can defend yourself if they attack you. Right? But if they don't attack you, then you can't attack them. Right? So that's back to the extension. How did the devil get an extension? We wouldn't stop whooping that ass. We wouldn't stop whooping that ass. I don't care which one of the cyclic parts of the story you break down, they was getting bopped upside the head every time.
That's right.
So they didn't think we hard-headed by nature. The ones us over here that they call American country bumpkin Negroes, we hard-headed.
Yeah.
They think that we ain't gonna ever be able to outlearn and outstudy them. But they got one problem that we don't. They get stuck in dogma.
That's right. Go ahead, Rod.
Right? We look over the dogma because it's not tied to a moral compass.
Yeah.
So as long as it's not tied to the compass, it's not even worth the navigation.
Hey, so I heard you talk about India loss. So the war in Israel, man, because people was asking me, man, make sure you ask Rod about the war, what he got, what his perspective. And keep in mind, young people say young L is doing this or that, but me, keep in mind, I take in perspectives because people can say something is 3, and I'm looking at it as 2 on my side. Then if I walk on his side, it's really 3. So ours are perspectives. So just keep that in mind about the young L. I'm a 720.
Look,
Rod. Yeah, Rod. I gotta ask you this question, Rod, about the Israel war in Israel, man.
I'm about to get into it.
Hey, so they blow like I know it's like they don't like it's gotta be some connection with us because they paying them. The United States paying them off of our backs for what happened to them, and they don't got nothing to do with us. So like the man of war in Israel, they sent them all this money. And we still ain't got paid yet. We still broke.
Listen, Israel is the 52nd state.
Go ahead.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's not an official state. Like Hawaii is not an official state, nor is Alaska. It's a 49 continental states.
Nor is Texas.
Texas is what they call the Lone Star State because Texas have the right to divide up into as many as 5 nations by separating from the congressional government on the land. That shit been already overthrown. So
right, that's right.
But the Israel was created by Britain, France, and the United States to honor the Balfour Declaration of World War I. This all laid out by Albert Pike in Morals and Dogma on how we gonna know when is it coming to an end.
I told you.
Yeah.
Hey, Rod, you told me to get this book.
Yeah. That's the whole layout of what we're seeing now. When he said that the final showdown would be between Islam and Judaism, they created both of them.
That's right.
Listen, Christianity was the first religion in the history of the world.
Go back, Rod. Go ahead.
They needed a backstory, so they created Judaism.
Go ahead.
Those people didn't have a Torah because the Torah was written after the New Testament.
Go ahead.
what they had was called the Mishnah and the Talmud.
Go ahead.
And that came with them from the exile in Babylon. Everybody know about the Jewish exile and I mean the Jewish captivity in Babylon.
That's right. That's right.
Why in the fuck would they want to go back over there?
Go ahead.
But knowing that the Jewish captivity of Babylon, and Babylon is at the base of a mountain called the Sinai.
Mm-hmm.
Mount Sinai is often translated as Mount Sion or Mount Zion.
Go in.
Right? And it was here that Ninursin brought Babylonian blood magic, sex magic, and money magic and taught it to the ones in captivity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This was part of a breeding program and a training of those that they bred.
Mm-hmm.
So when they released them on the world, they not what we thought they were.
Mm-hmm.
They something else now. They worked on created a whole new being in the laboratory, aka Yakub's grafted double.
Right.
Now they cut him loose on the world to go find a suitable place to inhabit that you can call your home, aka we will call that land Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Israel don't even mean what they tell you it means.
Mm-hmm.
Israel is a Masonic coded acronym for Isis, Ra, and El.
That's right. That's right.
It's
Go
like
ahead.
Abraham is talking about Isis. Isis is Abraham. Right, what the fuck is you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 3-part Kemetic word.
Mm-hmm.
Ab mean heart.
Mm-hmm.
Ra is the inner light or the soul or the sun within.
Mm-hmm.
El is the mastery of being able to balance the inner light and the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Once you can do that, you become El or a elder.
Go ahead.
Young elder.
Hey, you dropping it? You drop some shit. Go ahead. You dropping it.
In some of our cultures, you have to be 40 years old to become an elder. In other cultures, you got to be 50.
That's right.
Right? So you can't even take the test if you don't come from a culture that will allow you to move into the position of elder. You can't take the test unless you're within 3 years of your elder status, because it's going to take about 5 years for you to go through your trials and tribulations, they call it, your 7-year tribulation. That's everybody right. Not going to go through 7 years of tribulation. That's what people don't understand. But all of the chiefs is going to be going through it, working the problem out like a whole bunch of math geniuses in the classroom working on the chalkboard, trying to solve a problem that can save all of humanity. That's what we doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? But we all got a different part of the problem based on our skill set.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And being part Anasazi, meaning the one who tie all of the families together, I can read all their language.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
On the Wind Talker channel, and I know who's talking to who and what they saying.
Mm-hmm.
So once I know that, I could sit back, and if I watch long enough, I can solve the problem without ever having to be actually smart enough to solve the problem. Because my elders is going to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to go look it up so I can give the people that I'm telling what my elders told me a reference, because they're not going to believe it coming from me, because I got to hit them with so many facts that they say he can't be lying. That's Nuwapu right there.
Hey, I got another question for you, Rod. They say that Rod Hayes don't have paperwork with the chief. We already talked about this in the Made Clear tape, but they say that Roy Hayes don't have his own clan, and he's not classified on records with the Black Hand or the United States Corporation as being.
Why would I register with my enemy, and why would these outlaw clans agree to register with the enemy and give them proper persona jurisdiction over us? We don't want them motherfuckers here in the first place.
That's not the end of the question, because I know you already broke that